Hey, it's Captain PLT. Good morning. One ping only radar. Somebody is questioning me on the QQQ, what my thoughts were. Had a couple of questions. Let's just put it out there, okay? We came in yesterday morning. We saw this low with the gap. That's our target. First thing in the morning. So we look for resistance areas, which we know the 20 or the 5. Look for any sign. Let it always set up. See it set up? Let it set up. We usually wait till after 10. Keep that in mind, guys, after 10. In and around. Look what he did. This is 10 o'clock. Right here. So you'd be waiting. Right? Because at this point, right, it looks like it's just going to rocket. This was a big green bar. It's going to rocket right to 7:30. Right? This is trading at what? 7:26. So you wait. You don't. I'd rather be late than early. Especially now. Get that. Let that sink in a bit. I'd rather be late than early. Let it set up. And there was the setup. Right there. This guy showed up. See him? That guy. That shadow. People discount the shadows. No. That's so much information right there. I think that's the 44 day right there. Cool. Here's your 20-day daily. Here's your 9-day. Okay. 30 minute. Gonna break. There was no question here. You know? You just wait. You wanted to wait. Look, you're still late. Let's say you did nothing. You're still late. Look, it broke. It broke. Okay. So as soon as it failed here at the 20-day, which we waited for after 10, then you just 7:15, 7:16 put. Normally, wherever the break is, that's where you put it on. Here it was 7:19, and nothing told you to cover it. Pull him. See him? See the information? Look at the information. Yeah. The information. That was the buy right there. See the box? As soon as I see that, as it breaks, I'm a buyer. Especially this was down 27 at this point on the Qs. That's big. And there's the buy. I gave you 10 points. Right there. Now, oh, look who shows up. Who shows up? See him? See him? That guy. Mr. Pinman. Okay? Out and short. Or out of your long. But it doesn't matter. You know, this is perfection. And this is not a perfect, this is subjective. Right? You would have been happy here. Just think about it. But you just bought the 695s, right? Now they're trading at 703. You're not happy with $4. You just made $4. you know, you made 100 to 200%. You're gone. See you. Bye. Yeah. The guys that held out, yeah. But look what you had to go through. This is the 30-minute. And this would be your line right here. 50%. That's your line. And that's right. That's actually resistance right now. So people were saying, somebody was asking, questioning me on, so now what do you do? Well, you don't do anything. We're going to wait till 10 o'clock. You got numbers coming out at 8:30. You have earnings tonight. I think Oracle, somebody's big is coming out. Tuesdays and Thursdays, if they're going to shuffle or break down, those are typical days where I look for breakdowns. Friday's an unusual day for a breakdown, but when it does, it gets scary. That's, possible crash territory kind of stuff. That's why everybody was setting up for Black Monday. It was kind of too obvious. Everybody was talking about crash. And guys, in 87, in 2001, and in the early 90s, and all the other big market drawdowns. Nobody was talking about it. I traded through those crashes. I was short through those crashes, especially 87. And guess what? Nobody was talking about that. Everybody was afraid to be short. Think about that. They beat the shorts up so bad then too. But that's a time for another story. I'll do a podcast on that, about the trading that happened. These are great stories. You know, a lot of guys that went through that is not here anymore. But anyway, this is your point of interest area right here. If it breaks this area, this guy right here at that 685, 686, here's your target. Be 672. That's also that's a view up, a anchored view up from the March quarter. Gap down here at 647 if it gets crazy. Break 647, you're looking at 620, 622 to the figure. But if this is what you're looking at here, this could be, this is a point of interest. See how it's bouncing here a little bit. See him? He's in control. So pin man down there at the 50-day moving average, which is right here, in and around here. I think the 50-day 680, 688. 688, 687 is your 50-day moving average on the QQQ. So the area we're watching right now is the top of the box, 695. It's your pivot. That's 695 is the pivot down. 685, 686, that's your support. Resistance right now, I don't know how this number is going to come out, is this top upper box. And that's 708, 710. They get crazy. I don't know. Maybe they bring it to the 20-day. I don't know. 721. You know, they bring it to this channel, extend this channel. 718. You know, this are they getting the selling out of the way? Are they preparing for the SpaceX? I don't know. Let's get the sell off out of the way so they protect SpaceX. I don't know. You know, you want to see what a longer channel, sub channel looks like? This would be the longest sub channel right now. Kind of confirming this in here. Right? I don't want to get crazy. 671, 672. Right now, resistance is 723. Makes sense. Right. All right, well, listen, you listen to One Ping Only Radar. It's Captain PLT. Sorry for all the crazy lines here and stuff, but I just wanted you guys, somebody had asked, you know, how I'm looking at it. You know, I don't need the lines. I could see them. Once you start doing this, you start seeing them in your head. But here's another point of interest. See how it just layers. And these are layers of resistance now. Here's your real support. So keep that in mind. Wait till 10 o'clock. You didn't miss anything. Let it set up. It's okay to wait. I'd rather be late than early. All right, it's Captain PLT. Thanks for showing up. I hope I answered the questions on the QQQ. Let's see what happens, and we'll take it from there. All right, we'll see you in a bit.